Hey guys, this is David from Vanguard here with the deck profile of the Deletor deck as you see on the title. This is the deck that I've been playing since maybe around December until now, until the most recent ARG. And it's been very effective in the meta, and I definitely do like the overall playstyle. The fact that it's aggressive play, plus it can counter against the one of the best decks in the meta, which was Chaos Breaker, or even any type of Link Jerkers or anything that's Generation Break restricted. So I think this was a very good deck to play, and potentially after the Stargate set, it'll still be a good deck to play. Potentially a tier 1 or maybe like a tier 2 deck that is still playable in tournaments. So stay tuned. This is the deck profile I have. So I am running four of the Grayans. Grayans very good. Especially like even if it's even if you're on grade 3, it still has an active ability where you can retire to delete the Vanguard, which a lot of cards start replacing with each other. So retiring 2 isn't the biggest issue anymore in this deck. And then the fact that this card is really good is because of its on stride ability, which basically is on stride if you delete or if you write a deleter Vanguard or like a stride with the leader in its card name. You can look at the top card. If it's a deleter card, you can place it on the field. Give any unit +2. So I think just that fact is really good that you get a free card just by striding. So you basically get your card value back, which is really nice. I do run one of the Grayons. Grayon's still good. For those of you guys that don't know, it's Counterblast 2, retire one deleter, banish delete 1, and you can delete the Vanguard of the opponent. On stride, you can banish delete 2 cards in the opponent's drop zone. So, I only do run the 1 right now in the current format because this is the other only good deleter that you can play. But after the Stargate comes out, I'm definitely running the new deleter grade 3, which is really nice. Going on to the 2 lineup, the grade 2 lineup is pretty basic from my perspective. I do run 3 of him, which is Counterblast 1 gets a +2, and if your opponent's deleted, if your opponent Vanguard is deleted, you can get the +2, and an extra ability, if it hits, the opponent cannot stride on their stride turn. So if that card hits, it's pretty much game for any stride type decks. So definitely really effective in the meta, and the fact that if they're on 0, it's very hard to they're forcing out a 15k block, which is like a G guard or potentially a perfect guard. So that's very good. Just the fact that you're baiting out cards with that card. And then as you see here, I run the 4 of the vanilla 10k base of the grade 2. 1, it's good for like other decks that try to rush you earlier. Or, I mean, 10k is already the magic number in deleters because of the fact that you're forcing out a 15k card if you're on a tank or if you're attacking with 10k. So I think that running 4 of it is good. You don't need to run the 12k attackers or anything special because I think the 10k attackers already do the job. Going on, I'm running 3 givens. I know a lot of people run 4, but I decided to run 3 because that after the stride turn, given isn't really like the best card afterwards. It's just a dead card, which is fine. I mean, in deleters, but I definitely do like a bit more efficiency in the deck. So, I'm only running 3 givens, but that's why I'm running 2 evos to make up the 1 given. Just in case if I need to search given in between the games. I don't really use that much counterblast after I start striding because the stride already gives you a free delete. So, his counterblast, I can use it early, get a given. Most likely I'll be at 3 or 4 damage, so I think I can definitely abuse Evo to search out another given or anything useful in the deck. So two Evos, 3 givens is definitely enough. Because like I said, I don't want to get too clogged with givens, and Evo still gives you options to search if you need to. Gonna go to the 1 lineups. As you see, I only run 2 perfect guards. I was running 4, but the fact that you're not really defending with this deck. Your main aim is to go in, and the only reason why you were in the perfect guard is to give the +4 to you know, this unit here or the main Vanguard so you can restand early game, or even on the stride turn you can just give +4 to any unit, and then just it kind of helps you build the magic numbers. That's the only reason why I run the deleter perfect guard, and it has a deleter name. So, I mean, I see that a lot of people will still run 4, which is not a bad idea, but I do definitely feel like that 2 is definitely okay to run. And then going on to the other two, I know it's a little weird to run a non-deleter card in a deleter deck, but every tournament I went to, I ran 2 Destiny dealers, and I felt that it was very useful to run Destiny dealers. I know I missed like maybe 1 or 2 times in between the tournament if you use Gray End skill, but like the fact that if you have it in your hand and just in case you don't have a Stride Enabler, you top deck into another Stride Enabler, is really good in the situation, because striding a deleter card or striding into a deleter stride is very helpful in this deck because it gives you another card. So just the fact that you're striding is already giving you a chance to come back or a potential chance to win. So I feel like that running 2 Destiny dealers was definitely worth over the 2 perfect cards, because like I said, it's about the efficiency and to survive with this deck. And you know, I mean, of course that most likely you won't be in the situation that you'll be desperate for Destiny dealers, but I feel like that striding is still important anyhow regardless. So definitely recommend the 2 Destiny dealers as a personal tip. Going on, I am running 4 of the 10k attackers. Like I said in the previous comment about the 10ks, 10 is the magic number in the leaders because it's forcing out a 15k card, which is a G guard. So definitely important that you're playing 10k attackers. No questions, especially in the early game. You'll just put out a 10k attacker swing, call rear guard or attack with the Vanguard, potentially hit a stand trigger, put it under rear guard, attack again for like 15. So like I said, magic numbers do count and it's very important. Especially a lot of people do run 10ks in their decks, like gears and such, so still important. Of course, this card's like really good. It's another stride enabler for deleters. That's for link triggers, that's for deleters. This deleter perfect card is really good if you stride and if you have a deleter Vanguard in the original name. So like you can counterblast 1 and then call him to the rear guard. So basically you ditch the stride enabler or get another one for free. So let's say you discarded him to stride into a deleter stride, that's a +2, or you'll make a +1 because you break even and then you get another one back. So this card's really good. Like I said, and you're not using that much counterblast after you start striding, so definitely not a bad choice to run for. It's like a must in this deck. Going on to the last ones, this is a on hit. While boosting on hit, if your Vanguard is deleted, you can draw a card. This card is very it's a standard booster from my opinion. Not a lot of people were running this from what I viewed, but I think that this is still good because the fact that it's a 7k one. Like I don't like those 5k the 5k grade ones that you Soul Blast 2 and draw, because I still feel like that in the end, like it's the same value that you get. Like yeah, I mean you can Soul Blast, but like it gives you the boost and it will create the numbers that you guys need. So I definitely feel like that running 3 is good. After the new set, these are the only things I'm basically replacing out of the 3s. So 3 for now was very good. It's not too bad. Just gives you a card if the opponent lets you hit. It's like a lot of strategy behind it. Like you'll put this with another card while put this on the other side. So the opponent has a choice of like not striding next turn or like giving you an extra card. Which in deleters, having 1 or 2 cards extra is actually pretty nice. So definitely 3 was very efficient. Trigger lineups is pretty standard. I don't think that a lot of people running 12 stand or 8 stands, 4 crits, 4 heals. I've seen some people run 12 stands, such as that. But I do like this lineup a bit. I do want to change maybe 1 more crit. I just couldn't find the other crit, and I've been running the 1 crit, which is very effective for some reason. Because a lot of people expect me to run just pure stands, but I hit the 1 crit, or they see the draw in the stand, so it's like, okay, the opponent does, this guy doesn't run crits, and then I hit the 1 crit, or they see the 1 crit in my hand, or I use it to guard, or play in the rear guard, they're like, oh shoot, this guy runs crits too. So I think that running the 1 crit really throws off the opponent, and of course the sacrifice I had to make, I'm running 3 of the Eddies. Eddie was more efficient to shrink over this card. This card is really good. It's basically like the starter. If you retire it as a cost of Deleter, you can top deck and call a card and gives +5. So this is very good on given turn. So running 4 of this over this is definitely more worth. The reason why I still run draws is because that I feel like that if I don't run draws, I don't feel safe with this deck. Because the thing is, like, some people bomb rush you, especially like decks like Aqua Force and such. Gave me a hard time when I was running 12 stands, and I feel like that it's because I wasn't running the draws. And when I won the 1K tournament in New Jersey, the draws are what really saved me in New Jersey. So definitely feel like that draws are still needed, especially like, I mean, it's whatever, it's a 5K booster or it's a 5K attacker when your opponent's deleted, and it's like very free to drop. So I think that running the 4 draws is still efficient. 4 heals is a must because your G-Guard's really good, and then I only run 2 starters. Some people run 4, I think, but most likely, like, you're gonna finish the game on your grade 3 turn or your first or second stride. Like, your turns are not gonna go too far, so I think that you don't need more than 2. And like I said, I mean, I don't really use that much counterblast in this deck than you think, because like I said, after I stride, my counterblasts are pretty much free. So this is my main deck, and then going on to the extra deck. I am running 4 of the strides from the newest set. This one's very good. You flip the same copy face up, and then for every you can delete the Vanguard, retire Deletor as a cost. You get to delete the Vanguard, give +2 to the front row for each of him you have face up. So I think that this stride is really good because you get a free delete basically after sacking 1 card, which the card that you're going to sack is most likely your starter or that stand trigger or anything that will net you another card. So I feel like that card's really good. This should be 2 Egorgs, but I know it's kind of funny, but I have never went into Egorg ever, and I did not get an Egorg until like the ARG. So I have never had to use Egorg ever, because most situations that I don't go into Egorg. But you still run Egorgs as a 1 of or 2 of the most, because you do want to stride into a deleter just so you can get the free cost of Greyon. I run 2 Messiahs. This lineup's gonna switch after Stargate set. This is a filler, just in case like I can't stride into anything. That's very good, or well, it's not very good, but it was a filler to fill up the space. I took out Seabreeze because I never used Seabreeze in the first place, so that's basically my Seabreeze space. The G guards are somewhat important. You're running 2 Destiny Guardians because of a Chaos matchup or a Messiah matchup. These G guards are very good. You can blast, Soul Blast 1. For each leader you have face up on the field and the G zone, the opponent minus himself by the number. So if you have in total of 8, the opponent's front row, the three cards in the front row will be -8. So it is very good against certain matchups. It does not target resist, unfortunately, but it does still help out as long as like you can time this right. Like, you will be put in a very good situation. And I'll be honest, the other G guards are also fillers as well, because it's not that great. So this is pretty much the deck profile of the leaders. Make sure you guys comment, rate, subscribe down below, and definitely when the Stargate set comes out, I am planning to update this deck for sure. It is a very cheap deck, so I recommend for people that it's pretty low on budget. I mean, honestly, like I said before, like I have never ever had to go into Egorg in most situations. So honestly, like, you guys don't have to buy Egorgs. The only thing that will be expensive is the new 3s and the new stride, and then everything, well, the givens too, but like honestly, for what you pay for Vanguard, this is a really cheap deck, and it's a very efficient deck. So it's kind of like I can't say 7 Cs, but like the cheap cost and the efficiency cost is kind of like 7 Cs. Like, you're not paying as much as you think for a really good deck. So make sure you guys comment, rate, subscribe down below for more videos, and message me or comment down if you have any questions or any decks that you want to see in the future. I'm gonna definitely most likely try to keep up with more videos and start posting a bit more. Maybe do some tournament reports in between if I can. But yeah, like always, guys, imagine the victory. I am Vanguard. Make sure you guys watch one of my previous videos on the left and the right. And of course, subscribe to I Am Vanguard. Thanks for watching, guys.